Hello, everybody. It's Kate Beaters. And let's see, I just want to make sure that everything is all set. So bear with me one sec. I always like to just make sure the settings are good, which is important. And if you're there, say hi. Let me know who's there. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay. All right, say hi to me. Let me know where you're from. You're from Boston or somewhere else. So hey everybody, if you're just joining, it's Kate Beaters, your Breakthrough Success Expert, and I have another really powerful training for you, and I'm going to also pull in a few techniques and strategies for you to help you through this, this difficult time. So I've got my notes here too. I always like to have notes because I don't want to get off here and realize I left something out. So please say hi and let me know who you are, where you're from. And also, if you do have any questions, I will periodically take a look at this and see what questions you might have as we're going through this. So I want to share a story with you. One of my clients posed a question to me the other day during a coaching call, and I thought it was a really wonderful question. I wanted to share it with you because it might be something also popping up for you. And what she asked was, Kate, she's like, I'm learning all about laws of attraction. She said, but I'm feeling like right now I'm having a hard time with it. And so she was kind of talking about that. And if you've been following me, you know that I teach laws of attraction. I'm an expert in laws of attraction. I live my life through laws of attraction. I don't make it all about like gumdrops and lollipops and all that other stuff. I really like to pull the power from it. And so what I explained to her, and which she already knew, but sometimes we need to kind of hear stuff again, is that, just in really simple terms, laws of attraction is what you believe is what you will attract back into your life. Very simple. So one example, when I was in corporate, I used to have a boss who sometimes would drive me to appointments. We would call on our corporate clients, and he had a really awesome black Porsche, and we drive there in downtown Boston. And anybody who's ever been in downtown Boston or has been driven in any big city, parking is always at a premium. But he'd always say like, Cato, where's my parking spot? And damn, we always found the parking spot in front. Because he believed it. He believed we'd find a parking spot. Didn't matter time, day, whatever, we'd find a spot. And sure enough, we did. Another example would be if I called you up and said, hey, want to go get some dinner tonight? And let's say, pretend this is before when we could actually go to the restaurants and all that. And you might say, Kate, I'd really like to, but, last time I went to the restaurant, it was a long wait to get in and the service was slow and all that kind of stuff. So, you wouldn't be all that thrilled. And sure enough, if we did go to that museum, that would be your experience, that you'd be like, yep, you just witnessed that exactly how you saw it, and the service would be slow and the wait would be long. However, if you had said to me instead, hey, Kate, I'm really looking forward to seeing you again, and it's going to be fun. I've got so much to share with you. I got some new things I want to tell you about and get your opinion on some things. Your opinion would be, your mindset would be very, very different in the experience of going to that restaurant, because you'd be focused on the good stuff as opposed to the focus on the negative. And so it wouldn't really matter so much all the other stuff was going on, because you would leave feeling you had a good time. Okay, so that's laws of attraction, very basic nutshell. There's a lot more to it. There's lots of laws. I actually dive in really deep when I work with my clients or at my events. But I just want to give you just kind of a really simple version. So that's why it's so critical to really be focused right now on the good. So whatever you're doing, to focus on the positive, to focus on, on all that. And so that way you track more of it in your life. Now, I know what you're going to say now. You're going to go, yeah, but Kate, that's really difficult to do right now. And that's the point of this call, because I know, you might start feeling good and then something will happen. Maybe you start seeing something on the internet or on social media, whatever. And even though you were feeling really good, boom, you get knocked over. So I want to talk to you today about being grounded. And kind of before we do, I want to just show you a really cool, thank you for the hearts. I want to show you and whoever's on, oh, thanks guys. Thanks for all the hearts and everything. I want to show you a really cool way of being grounded, because I'm going to share a couple of different techniques of being grounded, giving you kind of abbreviated versions because it's a Facebook Live and I want to make this short and compact. but a really easy one to do. And it's so important because being grounded, just to kind of in a quick nutshell, it allows you to feel safe and secure during all this. And otherwise, we see all the panic, right? We see the panic in the markets, right? That the shelves are wide empty. People are grabbing toilet paper to last them a decade. They're going insane because they don't feel grounded. They feel scared, and they're looking around, they're seeing everyone else do it. So they better grab their toilet paper too, and grab their eggs and the milk and the water and all that stuff. And it puts everybody in a panicky state. Whereas when you're able to ground and realize, I'm going to have enough toilet paper, the stores are going to keep getting more stock in. It's not like this is it. It's not like the supply of toilet paper is finite. When you're able to kind of ground back into that, then you're able to not come from a place of desperation. And we all know what happens when we're desperate, right? I mean, things don't work out for us, and our energy is just in a really bad place, and we attract really bad things. So I'm going to show a couple of different grounding techniques as we go through this training. First one I want to show to you, it's going to sound really simple, but damn, it's so powerful. And that's why I'm excited to share it with you. So everybody do a stretch and yawn with me like this. Okay, first of all, doesn't that feel good anyways, right? That in itself is like a good thing to do. So you know what, I just gave you a bonus. Okay, so I love doing that. I always feel like, I've grown taller and I feel more, happier, right? And which is great. So what I want everyone to do is just kind of close your eyes for a moment, provided you're not driving, you're in a safe place, close your eyes for a moment. And I'm going to have you just kind of breathe in slowly. And I want you to kind of say either out loud if you can, or say it to yourself. It's better out loud if you can. And so as you're breathing in, say, breathing in, I am enough. And breathe that in and say, breathing in, I am enough. And now breathe it out and say, breathing out, I have enough. And let's do it another time. So breathing in, I have enough. And then let that breath go. Breathing out, I have enough. And let's do it one more time. Breathing in, I am enough. And breathing out, I have enough. How did that feel? Can I get some hearts and likes? Because even just me just saying it, and I do it all the time. Every time I do it, I just feel so good. Didn't you start to just kind of feel like, I'm okay, right? And that's what you want, right? You don't want to be one of those people in the frenzy in a supermarket, and you don't want to be thinking like the world is coming to an end. So you're able to kind of ground and center. Doesn't it make things a little bit better for you? Which is what you want, right? And the more of these things you do, the better and better you'll feel. So can I get some hearts and likes and stuff like that from people? It'd be great. I'm going to take a sip of water. And if anybody has any questions while we're going through, please, post them, and I'll periodically put my glasses on and take a look. What I'd like to do too is I think I'll do a round of tapping at the end too. This is going to be a short training, but I just want to let everyone know I think I'll do some tapping as well. So what I want to talk to you about is something that's popping up a lot these days, and this is really critical, is people making decisions about essential versus non-essential. And I want to talk to you about that because this is super important to understand. So for example, I have some clients who are realtors. And when they deal with a variety of different clients, what may be essential to one person is, I need to have a house big enough, with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a backyard and an eating kitchen. And if it doesn't even have that stuff, don't even show it to me. And that's their that's their need list. It's what's required. Right? It's like, don't go show them a studio. It doesn't make a difference. If it's a studio in a really cool, funky area, don't show it to them. That's what they want. On the other hand, someone might just say like, I just want to own my first place, like in a cool location. And that's their essential list, right? They don't care about the other stuff, but it's got to have that. So understand that, where things are changing, and they're changing rapidly, hopefully for a very short time, but where things are changing, is that your list of essentials may change as things are happening. But understand that everybody's going to have a different list of essentials. And that's really important to understand, because just like that example of what kind of house or condo someone would look for, where you are is going to vary on what you consider an essential. And something I consider an essential, besides food and water and shelter, right, is your mindset. So I'm going to say that again. Your mindset is an essential. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you don't get this, you're going to end up in really bad shape during this time. And trust me, I will know who took care of their mindset and who didn't take care of their mindset during this whole situation. So let me give you an example. Right now, if you've been watching any of the press reports and all that stuff, when they have the different people, whether it's the president or this one or that one, or prime ministers, whatever country you're in, they're talking, and they're or the local governors or mayors, they're all talking about things that they're doing very quick, right? Everything's going to get this done as quick as possible, get this as quick as possible. And the big thing now is the financial or economic stimulation package. We're going to get this out as soon as possible, right? We don't want people to have to wait, which is good news. Because if anyone has ever gotten an unemployment check, and I know years ago when my company closed, I had to go on unemployment because they were gone, and that's what you did. Because it's all this bureaucracy, you got to wait forever, and that really throws you off kilter. So why does the government want to get money out to big corporations, to us, to everybody as soon as possible? Is they want as small as blip, because the longer that people have to go having a problem, the deeper they're going to dive, right? The deeper it's going to go down. If it's only a little bit of a blip, it's easier to climb out. Does that make sense to everybody? Can I get some hearts and likes and stuff? Because you need to understand that, okay? The longer it takes to solve it, the deeper you go. So if they can make it a little bit of a dip, it's easier. And it's the same for us in everywhere of our life, right? If you start gaining weight, it's a whole lot easier to take off 5 pounds than it is to take off 50 pounds. Can you guys agree? Whole lot easier. My dad was a dentist, and people often would wait till they were in so much pain. And at that point, they often had to lose the tooth if he couldn't save it. Whereas if they had come right away, they could have gotten a filling and be done with it. So the faster you're able to respond to it, the better, and try to keep things as normal as possible. So the same with your mindset. That, again, not acting like everything is all gumdrops and lollipops and all that, but when you're able to ground yourself, just like that one exercise we just did, and start to realize it's okay, I'm safe right now, that you're able to push away a lot of the fears and the frustration and the disappointments and the lack of control and whatever other negative emotions are popping up for you. It's easier to push that stuff out. And then when things do start shifting back, and they will, just like when we had the economic problems in 2008, 2009, they came back. Just like with 9/11, it came back. This will come back. But you don't want to go in such a deep hole, because it's going to make it very, very difficult, sometimes even impossible, to climb back out. So the more you can stay grounded, that way, whatever is going on, you're able to help move yourself through this faster, and then be open to things. Otherwise, it's easy to kind of let it all go over, pull the covers over your head, and in that case, you're going to be basically kind of screwed, right? So I don't want that to happen to you. And so that's why I'm talking to you about this, because a lot of times people don't think about it and they don't understand the importance of their mindset. I was listening to a press conference a little while ago, actually from Boston. It was the governor of Massachusetts, and he had on some of his officials, and they made a big statement about mental health, right? Because the same thing, if you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed and all that stuff, same thing, you keep your mindset in a good place, you're going to feel better. Again, doesn't mean that just because you ground doesn't mean you're not going to fall off kilter, right? Because, you might feel really good, and maybe someone says something, or you see something on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or whatever, and it throws you off. Understand that's normal. So I want to just normalize things. That's normal, okay? Doesn't mean you're every day going to be like, woohoo. But when you understand this, you're going to start knowing, hey, wait a minute, I need to pull myself back. And then either you're going to put your practices into place, or you're going to call someone like a coach like me, like I do with my coach, and get some coaching to help ground you back again, and then carry back on. Make sense? Hearts and likes, please. So I want to do a round of tapping. And I just wanted to see if there's any questions or anything that I think everybody, I don't see any questions right now, but I want to do a round of tapping just on kind of the stress and overwhelm and frustration and some of those negative things that people are feeling. If you've never experienced tapping before, just because it's a Facebook Live, I'm not going to go into a big, huge explanation. I just do want you to understand it's probably the most powerful way of shifting your mindset from a place of fear, of negativity, of doubt, into a place of feeling safer, positivity, confidence, and all that, which is what you want. And I'm one of the top experts in it. I love tapping, and so I want you to be able to experience it too. Want to remind you, tapping is meant to be a very gentle technique. If for some reason you don't like it, cool, just simply stop. Be responsible for your own well-being. And if I say words that not every word resonates with you, still just say them, because you'll still start noticing a shift. So before we tap, I want you to just close your eyes for a sec and just kind of think of what number you would say your stress and overwhelm level is, because that's what we're going to do the tapping on right now. And 0, like, hey, Kate, life is good. I could have written the book on being grounded, I'm just stoic. So that would be a 0. 10, maybe a 20, like, Kate, I'm not sleeping at night. I'm grinding my teeth. My neck and shoulders are tight. I'm yelling at people, pulling the covers over my head, whatever the heck it might be, right? And so that would be that emotion. So what I want you to do is just give yourself a number. It's only for your own personal experience and no judgment, but just to compare, because I'll ask you when we finish tapping, just to give yourself that number, to take a look at it. So let's go do a stretch and yawn before we tap. And so just kind of like this again. Oh, I could do that all day long. It just feels so good. It's like a recharge. Okay, so again, tapping, Simon Says, follow along with me. If you're wearing glasses, you probably want to take them off, just because we tap around the points around the eye, and that way you can get to them a whole lot easier. You just, again, just follow along with me, tap where you see me tap, and repeat after me. And it's just like Simon Says. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's just do side of the hand, and it doesn't matter, you can either go this way or this way, whichever side you like, left-handed, right-handed, and just repeat after me and say, and again, this tapping is about feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Even though I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed, you repeat after me while you're tapping, I want to find a way to love and accept myself. We'll say that again. Even though I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed, I want to find a way to love and accept myself. And we'll say it one last time. Even though I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed, I want to find a way to love and accept myself and start to work through it. Okay, shake them out. We'll go to the eyebrow points. And again, repeat after me and tap where I tell you to tap. And I'm going to say the same thing for the first few points. I'm feeling stressed. You guys repeat after me. I'm feeling stressed. We're moving to the outer eye now. And now under the eye, I'm feeling stressed. And under the nose, I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling stressed. With the chin point, now collarbone. I'm also feeling really overwhelmed. And then underarm, about 4 inches below. And I'm feeling frustrated. And then liver point, which is right below the underwire of your underwire bra, if you're a guy, a couple inches below the nipple. I'm feeling really frustrated. And then wrist point, all these things happening. And top of the head. It's pretty scary for me. Inner eye, I'm not sure what to do. Outer eye, I'm not sure what to think. Under eye, I'm scared. And I'm frustrated. Because I don't like this. Collarbone, I don't like it one little bit. Underarm, I want it all to go away. And then liver point, I want him to fix it today. Wrist point, or tomorrow at the latest. You've got your experts. Inner eye, fix it all today. Because I'm already tired of this. Under eye, I wish it was solved. Under nose, wouldn't it be nice if I could actually say that? Chin point, and actually have them listen to me. Collarbone, but right now I'm feeling out of control. And underarm, and it scares me. Liver point, but it's my choice how I want to look at this and how much I want to be scared. Inner eye, because the truth is, there's a lot of things I can't control. And then under eye, but there are a lot of things I can control. Under nose, and I want to focus on what I can control. Chin point, because the more I do that, collarbone, it puts me back into a place of power. Underarm, it makes me feel safer. Liver point, and that's where I want to be. Wrist point, so I'm going to focus more time being there. And top of the head to keep me safe. Okay, everybody, stretch and yawn again. And how did that feel? That feels so good. I love tapping. I always feel like I just lost a whole bunch of weight. It feels really great. So take a look at your number and compare it to what it was when we first started. Most of you will notice the number dropping down. You might even want to go back and watch this Facebook Live again or video get live again and tap along some more and watch your number go down. Your number may go sideways. And if it does, it doesn't mean the tapping didn't work. It just means some new thoughts popped up. You want to write those down because those are things you want to get help with, get support on to work through them. So as you can see, I love tapping because I just find it's just such a powerful way of getting results. And that's why I invested so much in myself to just become so highly trained on it, because I love the shifts that happen from it. So a couple things that are really important to remember is your mindset is essential. Write that down. My mindset is essential, because everything you believe is what you're going to track back, and that's going to be how your experience is going to be. This experience right now is going to happen, whether you go through it like, or you cry, or you get angry, or you're like, okay, it is what it is. However you view it, this experience is still going to happen. So why not come from your place of power instead of your place of fear? And I have a request of all of you. I do these trainings because this is my gift, my expertise of helping people shift. I love to do it. I love working with my clients. I love doing events. And if you're finding benefit, please reach out to me. And, you don't necessarily need to join my coaching program, but maybe you just need one session or a couple sessions. Let's talk about it. Let's get you some help, support through this. You'll find it's a really wonderful, wonderful experience. Or come to one of my events. But again, everything is energy. So take and receive, receive and take. So it all just kind of flows around, right? And money flows. So that's what I am requesting of all of you. If you are enjoying this, share the training, please, but also reach out to get some additional support, because when we have more time together, I'm able to dive in specifically to what is actually popping up for you and help you get the relief to reduce that and move forward from a place of confidence. Because when you're fearful, covers over your head, you don't take action and you repel everything away. When you're feeling good and strong and confident, you start magnetizing and amazing things happen. One thing I will share with you before I go is that having lived through 9/11, having lived through 2008 and 2009 and all that, and this, is that people do come out successful during this. There are a lot of people who are very successful, as well as people who aren't. And so it's your choice how you want to show up for this. I'm here to help you if you want to be able to show up in your brilliance. So reach out to my team, info@katebeaters.com. That's info@katebeaters.com. Please share. And I just want to make sure, no questions before we go. Thank you guys so much for the hearts and likes and all that stuff. Thank you for being here. And we're all in this together. Bye, everybody. Be brilliant.